Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. Are you ready for a week filled with 5-minute Bible study? I hope so, because we got a good one this week. Psalm 84 is going to be our subject, our text this week. We're going to be talking about this psalm that is of the sons of Korah. The sons of Korah were a Levitic tribe, and they were responsible, actually, for the instruments, all the tables and the furnishings and so forth, in the tabernacle. They were the ones that carried the ark. They were the ones that carried the table, the showbread, and the incense altar, and all the furnishings that were part of the ark the tabernacle as it moved through the wilderness. And here they're writing a song. And let me read for you today verses 1 and 2. How amiable are thy tabernacles, O Lord of hosts! My soul longeth, yea, even fainteth for the courts of the Lord. My heart and my flesh crieth out for the living God. All right, well, right there you can see just how influenced they are by what they do, right? Because they're talking about the tabernacles, they're talking about the courts of the living God. So sons of Korah, they're the ones that they were responsible for the furnishings that were in the tabernacle and in the courts. So how amiable are thy tabernacles? Of course they would say that, but you'll notice that we go from something that is profoundly religious to something that is profoundly personal. In verse 2, my soul longeth, yea, even fainteth for the courts of the Lord. That kind of reminds me, and I'm sure it does you too, of the deer panting for the water brook. Just as the deer pants for the water brook, so my soul longs for you, O God. So here the soul is longing for the courts of the Lord. Why? Well, this individual is longing for true worship. He's longing to be in the Lord's presence. My heart and my flesh, notice that, my heart and my flesh cry out for the living God. There's this affection that has so gripped the worshiper here that it has even affected him physically. So my heart and my flesh, the heart being the center, the seat of emotions, affections, and the will, so forth, and the flesh, that outward expression of who we are, it cries out. So the entirety of my person is crying out for the living God. And notice that. This is not just for any God. No, this is for the living God, the one who made heaven and earth, the one who is alive compared to all the other gods that are dead. They're not even gods. But no, we're talking about the one who made all living things. He is the living God. He breathed life. See, we can't even talk about him without speaking in these terms. The Creator created life. He breathed life into everything. So he is life. He gives life, the living God. And now you see my heart and my flesh cry out for the living God. Of course they do, because he's the one that sustains us. He's the one that keeps us. How amiable are thy tabernacles, O Lord of hosts. Beautiful religious sentiment, which now comes down to something very personal. My soul. It's not our soul. When you're talking about the tabernacles of the Lord of hosts, could be ours, but now, no, we're talking about me. My soul longs, yes, it even faints for the courts of the Lord. My heart and my flesh cry out for the living God. Tomorrow we'll look at the sparrows, so I hope you'll join me then on Daily Dose Radio. Hey there, friends. Just wanted to remind you to go out and get yourself a copy of my new book, Christianity to the Life, by Cotton Mather, edited by me, David Smith. You can find it at Amazon. It's a paperback. It's also in Kindle form, so you can get it for your Kindle or you can get it for your library at home, however you'd like to have it. If you do, I really would appreciate if you would write a review after reading it. Let me know what you think. And it's a really good book. It'll encourage your Christian walk with the Lord. So go out and get Christianity to the Life today on Amazon. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.